In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to blog a book. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And on this channel, I talk about how to turn your skills into cash by providing passive income tips for writers, publishers, service providers of the like. Make sure you go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also hit that notification bell so when I upload a new video, you will be the first to know. Now, the first things first, when it comes to a blog, and a lot of people ask me, well, Sharlrita, I have a blog. Now, how does that differentiate my content and putting it into a book? Will it make sense? It actually will. Okay. So, a lot of people, or well, a lot of authors, when it comes to publishing, they really don't lack the writing talent. You know how to write. You write on social media, you write, you write in different places. You just need to learn how to differentiate and turn your blog content that you already have into written book. Okay. And the truth is, you already have the book. You just need to organize it. So if you have a blog and you've been maintaining it for a few months or so, then you likely already have written content your book needs. All you have to do is get it organized, get it lightly edited because it's already written. So I'm quite sure you're not going to need a full blown like editor or development editor for your book. But if you don't have a blog, why don't you? You should. There are opportunities like medium.com or substack.com that you can easily create a blog without putting up a full WordPress website. So here's how it works. Okay, here's how it works. I want you to think of your blog categories as sections, okay? And then each blog post as a chapter. Okay, as a chapter. Then what you can do, you can organize your book by sorting all of your blog posts by category and then listen them in logical order. Okay, listen to them in logical order. Now, your book may only contain a single category or it may contain several. The choice is actually yours. Okay, so this is, just a way for you to think about your blog content. I want you to remove self-serving and time-sensitive, curated, or other content that doesn't fit into the book. Also, you may need to remove certain call to actions. However, you do want to have a call to action in your book, but you want that call to action to be geared towards what the reader is going to need for their book. So, for example, if you're writing a book about gardening and you have a gardening course, and maybe you're writing about the beginning stages of gardening, you definitely want to input your course in there. Okay. But if you had a blog post and you had several different call to actions in each blog post, you don't want to have all of those call to actions inside your book, but you want to have at least one to two. I always at least have two. So I always have a evergreen call to action. So that means like building my email list or something like that. And then I also want to have sometimes you want to have an active one. This also depends on your business model. Okay. So my active call to actions inside of my books are always geared towards either my toolkits or some type of digital product. Now, if you're a service-based business and you're going to use your books as a way to bring leads, you might want to have a link in there to book your calls. Okay. But you have to be very careful with that because you got to make sure that that link always works. Okay. So if you're not going to be accepting calls, and you have that link in there, make sure that you have at least a landing page or saying something that you're no longer accepting calls and what they need to do next. But the worst thing that happens a lot when people are putting links inside of books is that they no longer work, and sometimes that leaves people with a bad taste in their mouth. Okay. So, but you want to think about that. So now you're going to be left with the rough draft of your book. And all that remains is a few passes which you can get to over to your editor. And your editor is going to look for the flow. Okay, so make sure that your editor can look at the flow. Make sure that the book should flow in logical path from one chapter to the next, so that you'll likely have to add or edit the beginning and the ending of your post. Okay, so make sure that it flows, and your editor can help you with this as well. Also, your editor can help you with spelling and grammar and punctuation. So don't skip this part. In fact, get someone else to do it. Don't you try to do this. You can do as much as you can, but please get a second opinion, because sometimes it's so difficult for us to spot our own mistakes. And book leaders are less forgiving than blog readers. I'm going to tell you, because they'll leave you a bad review. Okay. And for content, enlist the help of a few friends or maybe colleagues who you trust, that you can share your honest opinion, that will share their honest opinion with you. Ask them to read through and note any content that is confusing and that can be explained in greater detail. And that's going to be amazing for you, because those individuals can actually serve as a beta reader. Okay. And that's it. That's all you need to do. You revise it, and then you are going to be ready for publishing, and you'll go through the process for the publishing, which is getting your ISBN number, getting the book formatted, getting your book cover, getting it uploaded to whatever platform that you desire. Okay. Now, if you want some examples, I want you to look up Darren Rose, Rowse. He has a website called ProBlogger.net, and he is actually famous for, he published a wildly popular blog guide based on the content in his blog. And what he found was that even though the content is freely available on his blog, that people still bought his book because the book is in order. When you go to someone's blog, you're going to be reading blog at the blog. They're not necessarily in order. Okay. Great thing with platforms like Medium, you can put things in order, but nothing takes the cake like a well-published book. Okay. So you look at Darren Rose, you'll find that he's a great example. Like, even if you're like a fiction writer, you can discover the power of blogging a book by, his name is Andy Weir, Weir. He's the author of I'm gonna link it below. And he first published his book one chapter at a time on a blog. Okay, so you can do this. You just gotta, don't allow excuses to hold you back from getting your book published. Use the content you already have, and really strategically plan your blog and turn it into a book and get it published. There are many people even on Medium that are doing this. They are blogging their books, and they're putting out written content, written articles on Medium, and then publishing in the book. Okay, so because it's so easy to do, you just have to put your mind to doing it. Okay, you can do this. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you are ready to learn how to self-publish your book, once you get your book written and you're ready for the publishing process, I have a mini course for you called my 4-week self-publishing system, where you can create your own self-publishing system, and you can do that as little as 4 weeks. It's my self-paced course. Check it out. The link is in the comments, and you will enjoy. Okay, until the next time, I see you in the next video. Bye.